Hi everyone, this is Aishu from Love Letters to Chefs here with another live video. I hope you have been well and I hope you have had a good week so far. So just a little intro before we begin, just a little intro to Love Letters to Chefs if you are new to this page. I used to work as a pastry chef and I left the industry to start this platform and really speak about the things that I think we really needed to give second thought to. For example, our culture and how it was affecting us in negative ways and affecting our well-being, affecting how we looked after each other and ourselves, etc., etc. And I've been running this platform for 6 years, and now I coach professionals in hospitality and also teach workshops to leaders and their teams on things like work-life balance and well-being in general. So why I want to address this topic today is because I've spoken to so many women in hospitality who have spoken about confidence, and why I want to address it, because this is, I think, a very important topic for women in my community and I'm sure outside it. So if you are new to this page, welcome, but as I said, this is something that I want to really support you with and empower you with feeling. Hi, Bart a la carte. I want to support you and empower you with feeling more confident when you need it, especially if you are a female leader. I am also running a webinar on Monday, and this is aimed at, again, female leaders in hospitality. Whether you work front of house or back of house, it's just for everyone who is a leader or an aspiring leader. And I am going to talk about my own experience of working with women and how I found these links between well-being and confidence, and what I can teach you about how you can make the most of your situation. In all these videos, I try to offer one insight that might be of value, so I hope today's video will also be of service to you. So today I talk about projecting confidence, and yes, there is this women in my community, as well as I'm sure generally women in other industries as well, there's this expectation to project confidence in order to earn the trust of others. And I understand very much where that comes from. And I think it is partly society. We have to project that air of having it all under control to earn trust in leadership roles. It doesn't matter what your capabilities are. It doesn't matter how willing you are to do a good job. We see that in everyday spheres, like in politics, for example. It doesn't matter, your capabilities are not as important as probably how you're perceived as confident in being able to support the people you lead. And that's what wins your backing. So confidence, it seems to be a very important thing, and the expectation is that we also have to project that, but not all of us have personalities like that. In hospitality, you do see people with that, projecting confidence in a very, very dramatic way sometimes, with a puffed up chest and, trying to really show that they have everything under control in this very, very fast-paced industry. And I think it's important for them, I guess, to show, because that's what's valued. But is it right for all of us? I wonder whether, I don't want to generalize, but perhaps there is a fear within people who have to project confidence that they'll be found out, and they're always living in fear of, they're one step away from being found out. And these are probably the same people who throw plates at you and who shout at you, because so much of their importance is attached to how they're perceived. So confidence is important, but at the same time, just confidence, I don't know, I'm not really sure that's all something that all of us should aspire to, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. Or that model of confidence, I think that's better to say. So for those of us who don't naturally project confidence, and I would say the same thing about myself. I don't project myself naturally as a confident person, but at the same time, people who come across me say that they are very conscious of how strong I am on the inside. So, for us, it's very difficult for some of us to have that air of confidence, and especially if we're doing something we don't know how to do, or we're in a new challenge or something, we might not be able to project that confidence. And what do we do in those situations? Which is why I ask you, ask you to look at your assumption. Do you need to project confidence? What I think is more powerful is, rather than projecting confidence and depending on someone else to reflect it back to you, that they see you as confident, I think it's more important to tune into your own, to find that inner confidence from the inside. I think that's really invaluable, because that comes from really knowing what you bring to the table, right? And being really clear about that and really be owning that. And then it's okay if you don't have all the answers. It's okay if you're not the one who can do everything perfectly. As long as you own what you have, everything becomes so much easier. Because when you can see what your genius is, what your brilliance is, it becomes easier for you to see that in your teammates, in your team as well. And especially in the situation we are in now, like a staffing crisis, how valuable would it be for you to be able to see everyone's gifts and how to make the most of their potential and help them grow as well. So it's really invaluable for you to be really in tune to yourself and your gifts as well as that of others. And when you can do that, your well-being and your relationship to well-being changes as well, because you don't feel the pressure suddenly to be the person with all the answers, because there are people who have wisdom perhaps in areas that you don't, and you're willing to let them give the answer. You can trust somebody to run your kitchen or your the restaurant when you're away on your day off or on a holiday. You can lean back and let them you can trust them to run it properly for you when you are able to see their gifts as well. And you don't spend a lot of your free time, how are we going to get this done? How am I going to get that done? Because you know that everyone comes together bringing their own capabilities to support you. So this was a very short video, and I just want to end with this one thought, that I think being a female lead in hospitality, I think it's very important for others to see, to really be able to see what is that quality that you bring. And I would say there's nothing more important than really leaning into that and being, just owning that. There are different ways of projecting confidence, because even when I didn't project it outwardly, I was given a lot of responsibility. Maybe not the titles, but I was given a lot of responsibility. So people sense that, sense your dedication and sense your capabilities in some way. It doesn't always have to be projected outwards. So I hope this was of value. It's a very short video, but I hope you will also join me on my webinar on Monday. It's a free webinar. You can sign up via the link in bio, or just send me a DM and I'll send you the link to sign up. And we'll talk more about this topic and how confidence is related to well-being. So I hope that was of service to you, and I wish you a very good service tonight. Thank you. Bye everyone.